always and our dear student friends. So I'm very happy on this August evening to engage and have this online platform regarding this World Water Day 2026. So which is an essential and very important topic of the. So the theme is about the water and gender. So everyone, as far as water, we have a Telugu saying. It states that Dhanam kante balavaindi. So with that impact we have on this. So we have to conserve water because as the groundwaters are depleting day by day, so we have to we have to do publicity in a widespread way so that the conservation of water starts from every household. Like if we see most of the household, lot of water wastage will be there. So the starting point should be from there because the topic itself, it states we have to conserve water in different ways. Like mostly we leave the water until the water supply is stopped in most of the panchayats. So that's why we don't have 24/7 water supply. We used to think about 24/7 water supply from several decades, but it's not being implemented till date. Anywhere, do you have water supply 24/7? Any one of us? Oh, where we have? You mean what is the case, sir? Where it is, sir? So general water supply, we were talking about this intermittent water supply given by the government, like municipal corporations, panchayats, or whatever it may be. So whenever water comes in a specific period, like morning 6 to 7 or evening 5 to 6, so generally they give the taps. After they cut off that, these will be shut off, otherwise the water will go on. So that's the reason mostly we are given with this intermittent supply in particular countries like India. So that water secure as well as the value of water has to be taken to our next generations. So how to preserve and conserve water. So what is the pollution of groundwater? So how to conserve it? So DT for all. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. So that's the reason we have intermittent supplies in most of the corporations and everywhere. Because due to losses in pipelines, one of the reasons because it has to be maintained regularly. So these are the biggest concerns and challenges always before us. So these challenges have to be taken care and that kind of replenishment of the groundwater has to be done in the future also. So with this I want to conclude and our stalwarts are waiting. So most of us are ready to listen to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ram. I request Srimati unveiling of the gospel. చాలా మహోత్సవం. How to save the water? The release poster. ఏ విధంగా నీటిని కాపాడుకుందాం అనే దాంట్లో టిప్స్ ఇచ్చారండి.
చేసిన అందరికీ నా శుభాకాంక్షలు. నీటి దినోత్సవ శుభాకాంక్షలండి. ఈరోజు నేను చైత్రం ఎన్జిఓ ఫౌండర్ అండి. నా పేరు దాసరి రాత్రి. మేము మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరం కలిసి ఒక ఎన్జిఓని రన్ చేస్తున్నాము. మా క్యాప్షన్ ఏంటంటే చెయ్యి చెయ్యి కలుపు స్నేహంగా విలుపు. అంటే ఇంటి నుంచే మనము ఏ కార్యక్రమమైనా చేయాలంటే ఇంటి నుంచే మొదలు పెట్టాలి అనే క్యాప్షన్ అన్నమాట. అంటే మా దాంట్లో మొదటిది స్వచ్ఛత కార్యక్రమాలు చేస్తున్నాము. మా మా వీధుల్లో ప్రతిరోజు శుభ్రపరిచి మనం రోడ్లలో నడిచే స్వచ్ఛతా కార్మికులకి మేము గత 5 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి వాళ్ళని సన్మానించి వాళ్ళకి ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ చేస్తున్నామండి. అట్లనే మా రోడ్లన్నీ పరిశుభ్రంగా ఉంచేందుకు ప్రతి ఒక్కరం మేము వెళ్ళి చూస్తూ ఉంటాము. చూసి వాళ్ళకి ఎలా చేయాలి అని కూడా మేము చెప్తా ఉంటాము. ఇవే కాకుండా మేము కొన్ని గ్రామాల ప్రాంతాల్లో వర్మీ కంపోస్ట్ రైతు మహిళా శిక్షణ శిబిరాలు ఏర్పాటు చేస్తామండి. దాంట్లో వాళ్ళకి వర్మీ కంపోస్ట్ ని ఎలా తయారు చేసుకోవాలి అనేది నేర్పించాము. అట్లనే ఇప్పుడు కూడా నీటి పరిరక్షణ ఇప్పుడు మనకున్న సమస్య ఏంటంటే జాతీయ స్థాయిలో కూడా నీటి సంరక్షణ ప్రధానమైనది. అది ఈసారి మన మన జాతీయ స్థాయిలోనే మహిళలకు ప్రాధాన్యం ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళకి నీటి సంరక్షించే వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ నాయకత్వంలో చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది అనేసి మన ప్రధాని మోడీ గారి ఆలోచన. అది అంతా నిర్వర్తించాలనేసి ఈ ప్రపంచ నీటి దినోత్సవం యొక్క ప్రధాన ఉద్దేశము. అంటే గ్రామీణ ప్రాంతాల్లో కానీ గ్రామీణ పట్టణ రాష్ట్ర స్థాయిలో కూడా నీటి ఎద్దడి మన ప్రధాన సమస్య. దీని గురించి కొన్ని గ్రామీణ ప్రాంతాల్లో అయితే ఎక్కువ ఎదుర్కొంటున్నారు. ఈ గ్రామీణ ప్రాంతాల్లో అయితే ప్రధానంగా మహిళలే ఈ సమస్యని ఎక్కువగా ప్రధానంగా ఎదుర్కొంటున్నారు. ఎందుకంటే పొద్దున లేచిన దగ్గర నుంచి నీటిని వినియోగించేది మహిళలే. ఈ మహిళలు ఏం చేయాలంటే నీరు లేదనుకోండి కొన్ని కిలోమీటర్లు నడిచి వెళ్ళి ఆ నీటిని తీసుకొచ్చి వాళ్ళు తాగడానికి అయితేనేవి పరిశుభ్రపరచుకోవడానికి అయితేనేవి చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. దానికోసము బాలికల్ని కూడా వినియోగిస్తున్నారు, చిన్నపిల్లల్ని కూడా నీళ్లు తెచ్చుకోవడానికి. అందుకోసం అనేసి మహిళలకు ఇస్తే వీళ్ళు చేయగలుగుతారనే నమ్మకంతో చేస్తుంది ప్రభుత్వము. అయితే కొన్ని మన
ఆంకాలజీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఒమేగాలో చేస్తాను. ఎన్టీఆర్ మల్టీ స్పెషాలిటీలో కన్సల్టేషన్, నాకు ఆన్లైన్ కన్సల్టేషన్ ఉంది. యాక్చువల్లీ వాటర్ అనేది మనకి హెల్త్కి ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంటే ఫుడ్ లేకపోయినా వన్ డే ఉంటాం, కానీ వాటర్ లేకపోతే ఒకటే ఉంటుంది. వాటర్ మనకి చాలా, ఒక మనిషికి 60 to 70% బాడీలో ఉండేది వాటర్. వాటర్ మనం ఎలాగో సమ్మర్ వస్తుంది, సమ్మర్లో ప్రతి ఒక్కరు చెప్పే ఏంటి అంటే వాటర్ తాగండి, డిహైడ్రేట్ అవ్వండి, బాడీకి వాటర్ చాలా అవసరం. సో ఇప్పుడు జెండర్ విషయానికి వస్తే జెంట్స్ అనేవాళ్ళు 3 to 3.5 లీటర్స్ వాటర్ ప్రతిరోజు తీసుకోవాలండి. సమ్మర్ అయితే ఒక హాఫ్ లీటర్ ఎక్స్ట్రానే తీసుకోవాలి తప్పించి తక్కువ అస్సలు తీసుకోవద్దు. అండ్ న్యూట్రిషన్, డైట్, ఫుడ్ విషయానికి వస్తే అందరూ ఓన్లీ ఫుడ్డే జాగ్రత్తగా ఉంటే సరిపోతుంది అనుకుంటారు, కానీ వాటర్ దాంట్లో చాలా మేజర్ రోల్ ప్లే చేస్తుంది హెల్త్ విషయంలో. సో వాటర్ ఎంత అంటే హెల్తీ ఫుడ్డే కాదు, మంచి క్లీన్ వాటర్ తాగడం కూడా అంతే ఇంపార్టెంట్ అన్నమాట మన బాడీలో. సో అలాగే లేడీస్ 2.5 to 3 లీటర్స్ తీసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది రోజుకి. సరిపోతుంది అని చెప్పడం మినిమం తాగాలి ఆ వాటర్. సో అది ఏంటి అంటే మన వాటర్ లెవెల్స్ మనం తాగుతున్నామా లేదా, డిహైడ్రేట్ అవ్వకుండా బాడీ చూసుకుంటున్నామా లేదా, వాటర్ ఎలా వాడుతున్నాం బాడీకి, ఇలా చూసుకోవడం వల్ల కొన్ని కొన్ని డిసీజెస్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఇప్పుడు మెయిన్ పర్సన్స్ ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కిడ్నీ స్టోన్స్, ఎవరికి అడిగినా సరే 10 మందిలో 8 మందిని చూస్తున్నాను. దాని బయటకు వచ్చే వాళ్ళు కూడా కిడ్నీ స్టోన్స్ వస్తారు, లివర్ వస్తారు. ఇలా వచ్చేటప్పుడు కిడ్నీ స్టోన్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా డిహైడ్రేషన్ వల్ల, గాల్ బ్లాడర్ రిమూవల్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకు అవుతుంది? ఎక్కువ వాటర్ తాగకపోవడం వల్ల. ఇవన్నీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అనేవి సార్ అది ఫుడ్ ఎక్కువ తీసుకోకుండా, వాటర్ ఎక్కువ తీసుకోకపోతే వస్తాయి. ఫుడ్ డెఫిషియన్సీ ఉన్నా వస్తాయి, వాటర్ డెఫిషియన్సీ ఉన్నా వస్తాయి. సో గాల్ బ్లాడర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కూడా అందుకే వస్తాయి. ఎస్పెషల్లీ లేడీస్లో హార్మోనల్ ఇంబ్యాలెన్స్ కూడా వాటర్ వల్ల కొంత జరుగుతూ ఉంది. మంచి వాటర్ తాగండి, మినరల్ వాటర్స్, పంప్ వాటర్స్, ఇలా కాకుండా సేఫ్గా ఉన్న వాటర్ ఏదైనా తాగండి. చాలా వరకు కాస్ట్లీ వాటర్ తాగితేనే మంచి నీళ్ళేమో 60 రూపీస్ లీటర్. సార్ చెప్పినట్టు బ్రాండెడ్ వాటర్ మంచిదే, కానీ అది ప్లాస్టిక్ లో పెట్టడం వల్ల దాంట్లో కొన్ని కాంప్లికేషన్స్ వస్తాయి. అందులో మైక్రో ప్లాస్టిక్స్, ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ గ్లాస్ బాటిల్స్ లో వాటర్ చూసాను. సో ప్రతి దగ్గర గ్లాస్ బాటిల్స్ యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల ఆ ప్లాస్టిక్ వల్ల వచ్చే క్యాన్సర్ ని తగ్గించగలుగుతున్నాం. సో అలా అని చెప్పి మార్కెట్ లో మనం గ్లాస్ బాటిల్స్ అనేవి అవైలబిలిటీ చేయడానికి అది చాలా పెద్ద ప్రాసెస్. అందుకని బెటర్ మన బాటిల్ మనమే క్యారీ చేసి మన వాటర్ మనం తాగడం వల్లనే బెస్ట్. సో బ్రాండెడ్ వాటర్స్ కన్నా కూడా జస్ట్ అలా ఏంటి అంటే వాటర్ అనేది మనకు చాలా అవసరం బాడీ, కాబట్టి మన వాటర్ మనం సేవ్ చేసుకొని జాగ్రత్తగా ఉంటే మనం వేరే దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ఎవరి దగ్గర తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుంది. దట్ ఈస్ మై పర్సనల్ ఒపీనియన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, madam. Thank you all. I request Professor A.V. Ganesh Babu to give presentation of diet of our chief guest, Neil J. Onandarao. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you all. It's my proud today to introduce today's chief guest, Onandarao garu, Superintendent Engineer, Irrigation Technical Water Resource Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada. Sir completed bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Geetam Engineering College, Vizag, and Master of Engineering with Structural Engineering specialization from Usman University, Hyderabad. Then he joined in Water Resource Department, Irrigation Department in the year 1992. Then he worked in different capacities capacities as general superintendent in mechanical gates PW works and worked in quality control divisions, worked in project as deputy chief engineer. So project and canal operation and maintenance work, hydraulic and structural design of irrigation sections, structural design of multi-store frame sections, design of elevated and underground storage tanks, design of drainage systems, estimation of roadworks, bridges, buildings, irrigation sections, explored civil engineering software package for design of the estimations, all kind of networks, bridges, dams, major canal design, steel structures, and so on so on. For 20 years of experience, he is actively participating in design of various civil engineering sectors mainly. For his continuous efforts in this particular department, his special achievements involve development of NISA irrigation, irrigate, civil engineering package, providing the technical support to the upward programmers, technology implementation civil department, this, delivered lectures and seminars, and irrigation structures and bridges at ASCII. This is one of the IEA Institute of Engineers and NIRD, Upright, Walmart, Afridi at various institutions, delivered lectures, and good in hydromechanical and electromechanical design aspects delivered in various aspects. Is a member in Professional Society, ISTE, and IA, and RPF of the IA Research Center. Thank you very much, sir, for the gracious presence. And to now I request our chief guest to address the guy. Please.
Good evening, all. Some guys and Canadian community events. First of all, I would like to say about, especially today, with World Water Day, it reminds us the responsibility of each individual how to save water. Generally, water day, it depicts them, but to an engineer, being in our engineer serving institute, now what we have to address is like for an engineer, what is the responsibility of water saving? When it comes to irrigation engineer, since I'm an irrigation engineer, like obviously I favor whatever I say would be pertinent to my department or where I manage the water, like how the water management will be done in my department. That I want to address to you, like I want to tell you to educate rather in this area how the resilient climatic resilient water supply, sustainable water supply should be there. That I want to just share with you all people who are listening to this online or offline today. Actually, in our department, generally we do our duty with normal to meet the requirement, but not resilient. Generally, for resilient and climate resilient and sustainable water supply is required proper management, proper like periodic supply. How we have to do that, we have to manage. So that is very important. Generally, we do. Generally, with our experience or with elders' experience, we generally follow the patterns that they have been following. But nowadays, it is required to systemize that with automation and all. That's on which actually I requested our Renga Prasad Garu to give a lecture on the technology, like sustainable technologies what we have been using in our department. That what we are going to hear from him. But one more thing is like in actually our colleague has requested me to put forth few things before you, but I could not because of my time constraint. But I want to
the same pattern of climatic condition is there, there won't be any issue. The pattern that we have been using, we'll be using throughout our tenure. But here what happens is, when climatic condition changes, like if it is more rainfall or moderate rainfall or less rainfall and early monsoon, late monsoon, with all these aspects now we have to plan accordingly. Suppose if early plantation, early monsoon is there, like so if at that point of time we cannot plan anything. For which now we have to do integrated water management. We have to do like from reservoir to reservoir, also in the canal system. So for which we require dynamic rule curves. Like generally we maintain rule curve what is the storage required for the requirement during the tenure, during that tenure of water requirement. But here what we are planning to do is like climatic resilience. How we are doing it is now we are planning. In fact, one Japan team has done. In Japan they have done integrated water management from reservoir to reservoir, even the across states. Now they are planning. We have been to Karnataka in the recent past, and we had a meeting with them. And now they are integrating all the states from reservoir to reservoir, how they have to fill up, what the cushions they have to maintain, and how it has to be distributed among reservoirs, among states. It would be like that when from one state to one state, when the river is passing through, like our Krishna is passing and also Godavari, all the major rivers they are passing across the states. So now we have to plan in such a way that we should not waste water, and we have to conserve water very judicious. Like for which what the cushions that we have to maintain, depending the predictability of climatic conditions. So nowadays real time information is available in that, and also we are micro level information also we are collecting nowadays, but we have not been using. Now this is the time where we have to use that data, and we have to predict the climatic condition, what it would be there in this month. That is possible because taking so many factors into consideration. It is not simply linear, but we have to take many factors into consideration, like not the general pattern of rainfall, or with the temperature variation. Not only these factors, but also more factors they are considering, what the flood depth that would be expected at a particular point. So that kind of mechanism is available with the instruments, with the advanced tools that are there. So with which now what we are basically planning is, with the team that what we have met with, we predict the climatic condition, and whether it would be more rainfall or less rainfall, and at micro level. At micro level, we are just planning how much we are going to get at that particular point of time. Thereby, we maintain the rule curves. Like time rule curve now it is required. Generally, rule curves like with the storages we see, but here dynamic rule curve we prepare in such a way that at different levels, with moderate and with less and with higher flood, we have to plan accordingly, and we have to make releases accordingly. That's how we are in fact planning. And not only at reservoir level, that is macro level, but even at micro level, like even canals, when it is distributed, we are just planning to optimize canals, and there are systems, but it is there in vision, but all this has to be implemented to use the water at with more efficiency. Here, suppose as one more aspect is like what is the suppose if the water is rainfall is less during that period. Now we have to check with conjunctive use with groundwater, and before that it has to be groundwater availability also should be checked. So groundwater recharge should be done. So for which we have to plan few measures we have to take to recharge the suppose farm ponds, check dams constructing, all that water more judiciously. All these are, I mean, basically that has been taken by the department. So this I want to just put forth before on this day of regarding water, what all that we have been taking, and also when it goes to beyond our aspect, like I mean agriculture department also, like by passing the what is the water distribution that would be taking place at that point of time. Again, agricultural people also can educate people, like I mean what kind of cropping pattern they have to use to judicially use this water. When the water is less, we should not disturb the I mean farmer, but beforehand he must be educated for what kind of I mean pattern of crop he has to go for. Like let us say, I mean if the water availability is more, he can go for paddy. Suppose if the water is less, and then you can go for either pulses. I mean greatly water usage could be less. These kind of activities should be taken up to conserve water. See, like when an individual can save the conserve water, like I mean if the usage is if the waste is reduced and all, that will be a small use by an individual, of course. By all together it would be a huge quantity. But when an engineer thinks, he can really conserve more water. Like I mean that part and that I mean responsibility every engineer should take. That is what is required from our side, and also we should educate our like all our brethren, like in the engineering community to save water properly and conserve water for the sustainable use. So that is what I want to just I mean share with you on this day, and that is main. And also I want to just make everybody aware of responsibility of water usage by this in this platform. Thank you and all.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful presentation. I request David Anish Babu to give presentation of biodata of keynote speaker, Engineer MBSK Rekha Prasad. Good evening to you all once again. It's also my proud privilege on behalf of IAM State Center to introduce today's keynote speaker, Engineer MBSK Rekha Prasad, Senior AE SDSO Hydrology Wing, Water Resource Department, Andhra Pradesh. Sir completed BTech in Civil Engineering from Andhra University and MBA from Symbiosis Institute of Business Management from Pune. Sir has a vast experience of 13 years in water resource department. So before joining the department, has 15 years of overall experience in software industries like Wipro, Tech Mahindra, and Mixis in different positions from developer to quality assurance manager. Sir also visited in various countries, namely South Australia, and studied water management practices through Walmart software. And with this brief profile, I request our keynote speaker to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Good evening, all. This is great Dr. Janma. Actually, I am able to see the whole gamut of categories where actually senior persons are there and the most active people are also there in the group. So, similarly, the experience is also different maybe. Some of the students, any students are there? How many of you are students? The engineering college are different. Engineering is a cluster of different people which actually presenting a technical note is very difficult. Some people understand, some people may not understand. And beside this, I want to highlight one thing. When Professor said he need to give a presentation on World Water Day, is the theme the water and gender. So it is. I thought how to put it. Till now, actually, I have a feel that as we work on different technologies, where we work on right from the measurements to the analysis using various tools. But related or correlating these water and gender, I find somewhat different. And the similar question actually I want to ask you. The theme for the World Water Day 2026 is water and gender. Where water grows, equality grows. This is the theme. At this juncture, actually, I want to understand. Have you ever thought of about how access to water, in fact, might impact men and women differently? Access to water, which is impacting men and women differently. Anybody, just you make this as an interactive so that actually rather than going particular on one side, rather than we have it both way. Water theme water and gender ఉంది. ఈ water and gender, water is impacts men and women differently. How? Yeah, so I will.
It's okay. So actually, జెంట్స్ పొద్దున్న వెళ్ళిపోతారండి. వెళ్ళిపోయిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వచ్చేసరికి మొత్తం చేసేది ఫీమేల్. సో అది 100% కూడా మనకి వాటర్ అంటే గుర్తొచ్చేది రామరమ్మ సీన్ అండి. కడవ మీద కడవ పెట్టి సో అలా చేసేది లేడీస్ మెయిన్. వాటర్ కోసం కిలోమీటర్స్ నడిచే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. సో దానివల్ల లేడీస్ దానివల్ల ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతున్నారు. యాజ్ వెల్ ఇప్పుడు వాటర్ కోసం వెళ్ళే ఈ అంటే ఆ రూట్ లో ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే పిల్లలు ప్రెషర్ పడిపోతున్నారు. ఓన్లీ గర్ల్స్ నాకు
Anything?
నథింగ్.
Thank you.
Water ಧಾರವಾಡ ಸರ್ ಧಾರವಾಡ
Yes.
ಧಾರವಾಡ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ವಾಟರ್
Yes. I can do. Thank you. And below the link chair of the student section. Yes, yes. So, there is a water and gender, water in the chapter. There is a lot of technology is there, and probably how you measure, how you analyze everything, will be able to check. But when it is gender equality, person will word. Whenever it is gender equality, చాలా మాట్లాడాల్సి వస్తుంది, చాలా డిస్కషన్ వస్తుంది, everything happens there. But how to parallel formulate this? This is challenging task. Let me try this. I have a problem. That is the focus. I want to fix my scope of this presentation. I don't want to discuss the gender, both are equal or not. Those things are not. Only one thing. Whether what are the aspects probably which may empower the women, rural women especially, spend their valuable time on productivity. Productivity అంటే ఏంటి? వాళ్ళు మేడం చెప్పినట్టు తాగినట్టు తాగడాల్లో తర్వాత ఆహారంలో they used to spend a lot of time on fetching the water, bringing the water to our homes. So that valuable time is wasted for all the women as well as child. So this is the fact we need to ignore. So women only, most of the time women only they will fetch the water, they will keep for their family, and they are the managers for what I can say. Okay, let us start my first slide. here you can see there is 200 million hours per day. 200 million at the step 200 million hours per day collectively the women and girls across the world are spending on fixing the world. So this is the same scenario. Sahara, Africa, this is the same scenario where the reality is that we need to understand. We need to understand women in water space regions act as a primary infrastructure of water delivery. I have used why that talking about infrastructure. Please remember. So, women in water scarce region act as a primary infrastructure for water delivery. Water delivery infrastructure ఏముంటుంది pipeline goes and the canals. These usually are infrastructures, but we are using human beings as the infrastructure. So this is more sensitive. We agree? So now, water and gender, the case for measurement. My theme of this particular slides are today's presentation is on measurement of water for empowering women and their productivity. This is my theme. Now, let us say if there are no problems. Time poverty reduction. Everybody knows what is poverty. Whether income, whether income, poverty. That is not only money. And there is time from poverty. So here I can find time poverty reduction. So here, most of the rural people like this, they are spending almost so many hours. Each person spending almost 1 to 3 hours for fetching water. So safer, closer, and monitored water sources directly save productive hours for education level. Suppose now you using the new technologies. So civil engineers say we got groundwater to surface water. Usually the source for water is rain. Source of water is rain. ఈ rain పడిన తర్వాత ఏమవుతుంది? Obviously the rain which is after infiltration, it will flow over the surface. That is called surface runoff. That ultimately comes into the streams and it will obviously goes into the sub-rivers or sub-basins, then goes into the main river, main basin. So ఇలా rivers form అవుతాయి. So this is the called surface water and beneath the surface which is called groundwater. Infiltrated water ఉంది కదా, ఈ infiltrated water అంతా కూడా it will act as a groundwater. So groundwater that storage ఉంది 80%. Groundwater లో storage water కంటే కూడా 80% ఉన్నారు కదా, 80% ఈ 80% స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇలాంటి ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ అవుతుంది వాటర్, ఎక్కడ మనం వాటర్ ట్యాప్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అలాగే ఎడారుల్లో కూడా కొన్ని ట్యాపింగ్ పాయింట్స్, ఆ పాయింట్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, ఇలాంటివి మనం బై యూజింగ్ టెక్నాలజీ. సో అడ్వాన్స్ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేసి మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి ఎఫెక్టివ్గా వాటర్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ చేయగలిగితే we can save all these hours so that the concerned people they will spend or they can spend their valuable time on other productive activities. So ultimately productive time save చేసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది, that will be converted into a productive work and obviously that converted into the finance. So financial water strategy implementation. So this is the data direct investments. Suppose I have the data. So where in this portal spatial data, take the spatial data. Spatial data, suppose if you take a land surface engineer or result picture, where actually it is called spatial data. ఆ spatial data ఏ vectors లో వాడు ఉంది, ఎక్కడ వాడు లేదు అని మనకు తెలిసినప్పుడు దాన్ని బట్టి what are the remedial measures that we can take and where we can put the investments. Infrastructure ఎక్కడ డెవలప్ చేయాలి అనేది గవర్నమెంట్ తీసుకోవడానికి డేటా డ్రివెన్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్స్ మనకి ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. అండ్ ఈక్విటీ త్రూ విజిబిలిటీ. సపోజ్ మనకి ఇవ్వచ్చు ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఏరియాలో ఈ సంవత్సరం మనకి ఇక్కడ వాటర్ రాదు, డ్రాట్ కండిషన్ వస్తుంది, లేదంటే ఇప్పుడు వాటర్ మనకి వేసవి ఉంటుంది. అందులో ఏంటి ఎక్కడైతే మనకి వాటర్ ఉండదు అంటే స్కేర్స్ తక్కువ వాటర్ అవైలబిలిటీ ఉందో అలాంటి స్పేస్ వాటర్ స్కేర్స్ తక్కువ వాటర్ ఉంది బట్ డిమాండ్ ఇది అవైలబిలిటీ
It is immeasurable కదా, like measuring that.
No, there are some rules are there. Basically, it is huge data actually we need to collect. So the data can be analyzed and there are predictive mechanisms of AI inference of there. There we can predict the water. ఎక్కడ స్పేస్ ఉంటుంది ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది. Similarly, aquifer mapping. Now actually in India, Central Water Commission and CGW, Central Groundwater Board, these people are actually measuring the aquifers are mapping that
Okay.
throughout India. Aquifers అంటే ground water. How many of you are from civil background? Nillandu. Can you raise the subject at maximum civil or 80%? Then electronics, all civil engineers. Then we can track out. We have been మాట్లాడుకునే మాత్రం మాట్లాడితే so that we can share. So మీ గ్యాపింగ్ బస్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా తెలుసు కదా, ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటారు. సో దెన్ డేటా దిస్ ఇస్ ద రియల్ టైం డేటా ఎగ్జిస్టెన్స్ సిస్టమ్స్. మనం వర్షపాతాన్ని ఎలా కొలుస్తాం అనే ఐడియా ఉందా? చెప్పగలరా? రెయిన్ గేజెస్ ఏముంటాయి? స్టాండర్డ్ రెయిన్ గేజెస్, ఆటోమేటిక్ రెయిన్ గేజెస్, సైమన్స్ గేజెస్ అయినా చదువుకున్నాం. స్టాండర్డ్ రెయిన్ గేజెస్ అంటే ఏం చేస్తాం మనం? What will you do? Yes, I did. Sir, is it okay? Is it actually okay?
Sir.
Yeah. So I want to understand what are the knowledge level of civil engineers here. And actually, exam in the మనం ఎలా మనం ట్రైన్ చేస్తాం? ఎలివేటర్ చేస్తాం. ఇలా చెప్పాలి. మీకు ఎస్ఆర్ చెప్పండి. స్టాండర్డ్ రేట్ చేస్తే ఈ రేట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? ఎక్కడో ఒక లొకేషన్ డిఫరెంట్ లొకేషన్ పెట్టిన తర్వాత అక్కడికి మనం ఏం చేయాలి? రోజు పెట్టి అక్కడ పెట్టి మెసేజ్ చేసుకుంటాం. అంటే ఒక మనిషి పెట్టి అక్కడ ఎంత ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వెళ్ళింది దాన్ని రికార్డ్ చేసుకుంటాం. అంతే కదా. సిమిలర్గా నాకు వర్షపాతం అంత పడింది, టెంపరేచర్ వస్తుంది, SCADA systems. These are some sort of technology where actually can SCADA systems are supervisor control and data analysis systems. In the very important, these are very important terminology that every engineer has to remember. Now there is no civil, mechanical, electrical engineering, integrated engineering is there. Where everything is coming into one genre. So these are the integrated engineering where actually we need to integrate every aspect of the
Actually, in the earlier slide, what actually our colleague has explained is more pertinent to actually prediction of overall water availability, prediction of water availability at that particular point of time. This is with the real-time data acquisition system. Actually, automatizations, like what is the technology that we have been using to predict the water availability for the next season could be done through these automation systems. That's what he wanted to really explain. And now we are shifting from availability to distribution. Now, he please carry on.
now these are the on-control and automation that are detailed to. There is a case study. This is particular person was applied to Nagpur city. There is they have used this particular system, this SCADA system. So it is monitors everything like from pumping stations, distribution network, reservoir levels, leakages, apart from satellite control. You can operate everything on satellite control. Technical balance is గేట్స్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి అవన్నీ మనం ఎలా చేస్తాం సాధారణంగా అక్కడ పెట్టి మనం సిస్టమ్ కానీ మాన్యువల్ ఆపరేషన్స్ కానీ మనం చేస్తాం గేటెడ్ సో when I am in Australia there and I have seen a full of barrels there are 5 barrels maintained by a single person for the settlement of we will produce getting operation with a single ఒక fantasy books solution where actually ఒక system కానీ మీకు operate. Similarly, the similar kind of technology is there. Now we pilot project as you can see in our percussion management system. Where we implemented these SCADA systems. The gate can be operated from the control rooms. There are some technology is there. I don't know about the technology. Probably next time when we meet, I will explain the technology part. There the case study says 24/7 water available to the on the Nagpur city. There is no need to store the water. Water store చేసుకోవడానికి water management 24/7 they can have. So obviously they can spend their time on irrigation water and the quality of life more. This is one more interesting instrument or equipment. In the Bodamere floods, actually, we have extensively used to measure the discharges across the Bodamere, right from the upstream to the downstream. So this equipment directly or instantaneously gives the discharge. ఈ particular point మనం ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తున్నాం ఇప్పుడు మనం this point ఏంటి women అంతా కూడా టైం సేవ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల వాళ్ళు దాని క్వాలిటీ ఉపయోగించుకోవచ్చు క్వాలిటీ లైఫ్ క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చు లేదా దాన్ని ప్రొడక్టివ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు దే కెన్ రన్ సంథింగ్ ఇన్ ఇట్ బట్ we need to take into the roads where actually this is one of the beautiful example. This ADCP equipment ఎంతమంది ఎలా ఉంటుంది మనం ఒక డిశ్చార్జ్ కాలేజ్ చేయాలంటే రివర్లో ఒక ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ ఉంటుంది కరెంట్ మెటీరియల్ ఆ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ తీసుకొని ఆ ఫ్లోయింగ్ వాటర్ నదిలోకి మనం నడుచుకుంటూ పెట్టి దాంట్లో పెట్టి ఆ ఫ్లో వాటర్ నుంచోబెట్టి దాన్ని మెజర్ చేసి తీసుకురావాలి. ఈ ఎక్విప్మెంట్ ఏంటి దిస్ ఇస్ ఆటోమేటిక్గా మనకి ఒక రిమోట్తో మనం ఆపరేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు both manual and the remote. The sensors are fixed to the board, floating board, and which automatically calculate the discharge process and velocity instantaneously. So these are people equipment. So this anybody can operate. The here Vadi came to general building, third one is ADC. These are the measurement equipments. Besides this, these are almost all contact related. You need to go there and so it has to be installed at the site locations. ఇవి కాకుండా ఇంకా అడ్వాన్స్ టెక్నాలజీస్ ఉంటాయి. The next slide we are going to discuss process. These are the emerging technologies.
See, that I was there on duty for this, during the Udumeru floods in Vijayawada. CSR and like all our hydro officials used to ask what would be the flow at a particular point at what time. See, to vacate the people, like to what level, what water would be coming. That's how they used to ask using these ADCP. We used to measure on stream side and we used to tell online and what would be the water that would be coming and to that point. So that's how we could really tell using this automated system. Otherwise, manually, it is impossible to say. Only by experience or with other measurements we could say, but they used to ask very accurate. So accurate discharges that is seen. First part we have seen. The part by part initially the prediction of the flow, and then in the latter stages the supervisory controls we have used to measure how the distribution, how the supply is to be done. Now in this slide, what we could tell is most directly we can use this technology. Technology how we are using for normal purpose other than irrigation facility, irrigation purpose. Even we could tell what would be the water flows that would be coming and irrigation taking place in streets and all. Okay, please.
Besides this, actually we have the emerging technologies like remote sensing and satellite data, Internet of Things, and water quality. Spatial data, remote sensing, the spatial data also, from spatial data we will be able to identify the document platform areas and we can find. మీరు Google Earth ఇప్పుడున్న వాటర్ ఉంటుంది Google Earth it is giving previous years data ఉందా ఏ విధంగా వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ చేంజెస్ are happening అనేది రివర్ అనే పర్టికులర్ ఏరియా చేంజెస్ ఎలా అవుతుంది కూడా మీకు అందరూ చూపిస్తుంది. Similar kind of things that we will be able to do. Next one is IoT, Internet of Things. So water quality sensors మనం real time sensors మనం reverse establish చేస్తాం so that we will do the water quality. How is the quality and what is the quality various quality parameters. The next one is unmanned automated vehicles where that drone hydrometry and digital twins. These are latest technology. Digital twins and AI, artificial intelligence. These are huge data analyze చేసి మనం మనకి ఎక్కడ పెట్రోల్ ఉంది ఎక్కడ వాటర్ అవుతుంది. Then smart metering. Obviously smart metering use the guaranteed water for the consumers and we can provide based on the availability water we have also. And in fact the tagline is technology is not just for efficiency, it is a tool for social justice, visualizing the invisible gaps in water access. The next one. And this is almost last but one slide where I am closing within 5 minutes. This is just gentle comparison. What is the real problem? Time poverty, what I have discussed. Time poverty. Obviously, the time they are spending on the fetching the water, the lost productivity and education hours, and SCADA and IoT they detect where water is there and they will inform to the people so that they can spend the remaining time on the productive activity. Then health burden. Carrying heavy loads. Obviously, my doctor heavy loads carry out automatically. Bones మీద అంతా కూడా minimum మీద కూడా 5 hours so అలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ కావాలంటే ఆటోమేటిక్గా హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చే అవకాశం కూడా ఉంది. అవన్నీ మనకి క్వాలిటీ మానిటరింగ్ రియల్ టైం అలర్ట్స్ ఇస్తాయి. కోఆర్డినేషన్ కూడా మనం మేనేజ్ ఆటోమేటిక్ కూడా దెన్ గవర్నెన్స్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ the backup voice in security management and open access portals. మన దగ్గర ఉన్న ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మనం చెప్పుకోలేకపోతున్నాం. అది చెప్పుకోవాలంటే we have some sort of communication system where actually you can మన WhatsApp messages and any other messages probably you can send, you can raise your voice. What is the problem? And data integrity దాన్ని మనం యాక్చువల్గా స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్స్ పెట్టుకుంటే ఎవరు ఎంత బాగా వాడుతున్నారు ఎఫెక్టివ్ హౌ డు వి మేనేజ్ అంటే మనకి తెలుస్తుంది. train and hire women employees, local labs, mentorship, మేడం చెప్పినట్టు అందరికీ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్కి వీళ్ళందరికీ కూడా మనం కమ్యూనిటీ లెవెల్లో డెవలప్మెంట్ చేసి వాటి మీద అవేర్నెస్ క్రియేట్ చేసి వాటి టూల్స్ ఏమి ఉన్నాయని కూడా మనం నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ పాలసీ అండ్ గవర్నమెంట్ డేటా ఇంకా ఆబ్వియస్లీ దిస్ ద ట్రాన్స్పరెన్సీ. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ is the last slide. Technology for water equity. So, ఈ అవేర్నెస్ ఈ సెషన్ యాక్చువల్లీ మెయిన్ కారణం ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఇలాంటి టెక్నాలజీ కూడా మన దగ్గర ఇప్పుడు ఉంది. ఈ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే మనకి చాలా టైం సేవ్ అవుతుంది. ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తే గవర్నమెంట్స్ కూడా మనకు కొన్ని పాలసీ డెసిషన్స్ కూడా తీసుకోవడానికి, డేటా డ్రివెన్ డెసిషన్స్ తీసుకోవడానికి, ఇన్ఫార్మ్ డెసిషన్స్ తీసుకోవడానికి మనకు అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. సో విత్ దిస్ నోట్ ఐ కంక్లూడ్. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for an excellent presentation.
Since we people from irrigation, like we speak more about irrigation other than the this thing.
Please come and dance for the presentation of our chief guest and keynote speaker today. Please come and dance. Please ask any questions to anybody having, so they will chat. Sir, one person from me. Again, after this summer season, rain will come. So what the precautions you are taking? So last time we got very light start. To avoid that, anything preparing.
To actually put like practical aspects and then of course planning. See, practical aspects obviously like we clear the obstructions that are there. Actually, I mean the comprehensive removal of obstruction is a very big deal because I mean a lot of encroachments are there. So for which it is impossible to I mean do it I mean without government's intervention. So there will also be political intervention when widening is taken. But what we are trying to do from our side is we are reducing the temporary obstacles that are there, and we are just planning to do that. That is one thing. And also diversions now we are planning. Suppose I mean one example I will tell you. I mean this is more pertinent to insertion because see like I mean Kuchintala, in fact I am holding the charge of Kuchintala also. So there what we are planning is we are planning to maintain some cushion there. I mean when flood comes, like what we do is like during the time we try not to I mean relieve our discharge because I mean to divert the Budameru discharges into river. So these kind of plannings now we are doing. In fact that is what in fact this is what real time integrated basin management. Integrated basin management, as I said, like I mean from state to state, from reservoir to reservoir, these plannings are very much required. So now what we are trying to do is we want to maintain more flood cushion there to avoid flooding both the drains at the same time from both the basins. Like I mean our Budmeri basin is different. Obviously our Krishna basin is different. But what we are trying is through BDC, probably you might be knowing, like Budmeri diversion channel, through which water will be dropped into our Krishna and there should be less water level. For which what we do is we maintain some cushion obstacles. These kind of plannings we are just doing, with the prediction of more floods during that period. If it is simultaneously taking place.
I think God grace must be there for this all this, I think.
That obvious.
Optimistic analysis.
Right? No, actually, like we also have to plan accordingly with the discharges that we have experienced recently. But it takes time. It takes definitely time and money.
Yes.
So funds are required to divert. Actually, there is a plan to divert the entire Kodameru on the area, which is not
Bypass. You want to
yes,
bypass.
we want to bypass to Gannavaram.
It's a big project, I think.
There is it's a big project, and we are also when we send proposals to the government, but not the government is required to take up this work. It will take some time. Yes.
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is Dinu Kumar. Really, you have given a very nice explanation, sir. And one of the important thing I would like to share with now is our national president of IEI, immediate past president of the national IEI, Engineer VB Singh Garu from Uttar Pradesh also joined here. So I request VB Singh sir, if it is possible, can you just give your greeting, sir? VB Singh sir and Dr. Bharatraj Singh sir are also joined. Engineer Surya Prakash from Hyderabad is also joined. ISM Raju sir is also joined. And there are a few others also joined, sir. VB Singh sir, immediate past president of IEA India. Sir, are you able to give your greeting, sir? Okay. Sir, maybe busy. Bharatraj Singh, sir.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening, sir. Please, sir.
Really, I have heard only half an hour. It was wonderful presentation. Presentations were there. I convey my greetings to everyone on this auspicious day. And we have to see that water conservation should be just taken up everywhere, and it's going to be a biggest challenge of the world. So it is very essential, and the way you have already explained things, I feel that people it needs a lot of you see the awareness to the people, not only technical but non-technical people should also be made aware. Thank you very much for giving me a chance to convey my greetings to you all, especially to the chairman of Andhra Pradesh State Center, as well as honorary secretary and madam is sitting over here. Sometimes I used to just connect this center whenever there is online mode. So thank you very much once again to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And we are happy to state that Srimati Katta Sailaja is also available, and Ramya KS is also available. Really very thankful, madam, for joining, for sparing your time for joining in our meeting. Thank you. Yeah, VB Singh sir, as Surya Prakash sir, they have sent a message of appreciation, and they are leaving for flight, so they could not join in conversation. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So really, it's a great time, sir. Program has been telecasted throughout India, and YouTube link is also has been created this program. So that is available permanently on our YouTube channel of Institution of Engineers Andhra Pradesh State Center. Thank you, Gurakar Garu and Renuka Prasad Garu and Madam. Really, you are running a good NGO for a good cause. Definitely, we wish your work will become fruitful down the line, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Over to you, Ramkar sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, give words in this meeting. I request every Forleda Garu, retired deputy general manager of electrical and mechanical maintenance, secretary college. So, to address Karen, please.
Good evening to everybody. English J. Center of Engineer C. Sairam, Dr. A.V. Nayak Babu, Engineer Janika Prasad, Srimati G. Datre, Engineer V. Ramakrishna Prasad, other ladies, gentlemen, my dear students. In privilege to say few words on succession. I was retired as Deputy General Electrical and Mechanical Engineer College from Limited on 31st August 2017. After serving in power of the Metropolitan for 10 years, 8 months. From engines in the power house, where I worked like water security for attention. One thing I want to say, after updating AGM in Engineering College, it didn't about power, so you know, at the time, my stepmother expired, my sister expired, but even then, so I could not get it. I sent my missus for the family. Like that, Indian profession is a very good profession, but more than doctors, lawyers. Doctor will be a stethoscope, whereas lawyers will be a court, whereas will be our mind. Indian court is the best profession than anybody. Now I thank the organizers for giving this opportunity. I wish all the students from Indians all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now the felicitation program. I request our chief guest, Engineer J. Vankar Rao garu, to present momentum to sir. Please join senior members, request senior members to my felicitation. I request today's keynote speaker, Engineer MVSK Renka Prasad garu, for felicitation. request Madam D. Darkigar, founder, Central Volunteer Organization. Please join all members and all of you are requested to come and dance for group. Here, program is ending with the out of time by David and Bobby. Respected Chairman and Vice Chairman and esteemed dignitaries on the dais, distinguished speakers, and the senior members of IEEE and well-wishers, dear participants. Good evening to you all. On behalf of the Institute of Engineers India, Andhra Pradesh State Center, it's my proud privilege to propose vote of thanks on this significant occasion of World Water Day 2026. At the outset, I express my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Engineer J. Gunnakarao Garu, for his insightful and inspiring address. So, your valuable thoughts on irrigation and water resource management have greatly enriched my gathering, sir. Thank you very much. And I extend my heartfelt thanks to our keynote speaker, Engineer MBSK Redika Prasad Garu, for his excellent presentation on the dam safety and hydrology and general solutions to the gathering, particularly the student community implementation of technology in core engineering disciplines, civil, particularly in civil engineering. Your expertise and clarity have given us a deeper understanding of this crucial concept, sir. Thank you very much. And my sincere appreciation goes to Srimati Dhanati Garu and his team for their voluntary services regarding the preservation of the water and their awareness programs and different awareness programs. Thank you very much, madam. And joining with ID for today's program and your valuable suggestions and your contributions to the society. Thank you very much. And I'm deeply thankful to our chairman, MLS Devakumar Garu, for his constant encouragement and visionary leadership. I also extend my gratitude to our past chairman, Dr. C.V. Garu, and all the company members for their kind support and cooperation to mentor this particular program. And I would like to thank Engineer Ram So for his dedicating efforts in upgrading the event successfully. Special thanks to Principal Dr. Balani College of Engineering Professor Apara Garu and our faculty member well-wisher Manoj Kumar Garu and special guests for today's event, all the students from Dr. Balani Engineering College students. Because this is the extra time we are the college hours pay for the Institute Center. We very much thankful for your presence for today's event. And last but not least, all the IAS staff members, that is Manager Anil Kumar Garu, Shekhar, and Madam, all the members who directly or indirectly contributed to maintaining this program a grand success. So thank you, Ananda, and please I request all members to stand up for the national anthem. Thank you, Ananda. Good day to you. Thanks.
So thank you all, those who are online and the YouTube channel. We are going to close the session now. Thank you for joining. Balpinder sir, thank you.
Thank you very much to everyone.
Those who are joined with the name Achakala. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ananda madam and Ramya madam, thank you. Thank you all of you, sir, for joining. So we are going to close the session now. This session will be available in YouTube channel also of Institute of Engineers Andhra Pradesh Space Center. Kindly you can refer to other engineering friends. Thank you all of you.
Just